Hello, welcome back to another video. Today we're back in the kitchen and we're gonna go over 4 simple high protein breakfast ideas that you or anybody can use to help with your muscle building goals. Also guys, if you like these type of videos, make sure to subscribe and comment, and I'll keep making them because I like doing my cooking videos as well as my training videos. These are kind of my go-to for breakfasts, to be honest. I don't really eat anything else, and I'm gonna take you through them today, have a little bit of fun. I can't really cook, but I can cook these. Let's go. Okay guys, option 1 is high protein overnight oats. This is pretty much my go-to. Sometimes I don't want something hot in the morning. I want something chilled. So very, very straightforward. All 4 of these recipes today take under 10 minutes to make. I also don't have much time, probably like you guys watching this. Check this out. Remember, I'm gonna kind of label this video muscle building breakfast, so they're gonna be slightly higher in calories because most of the people that watch this are men, okay? But if we wanted to do low calorie options, I'll kind of go into that in a little bit. So we're gonna go 100 grams of oats. Already people are thinking, oh my God, that's so many oats. 104, whatever, same thing, okay? 100 grams of oats in here. Now, stevia, I like to sweeten it. How much stevia? Whatever, that much stevia. Okay, we're gonna go cinnamon. I'm a big fan of cinnamon, so chuck that in there as well. How much? As much as you want. Now, we're going to add some water to this and thicken it. It needs to be thick, thicker than hot oats where it's kind of a little bit runny, because it's gonna thicken up in the fridge overnight. And we also have whey, peanut butter, and yogurt that's gonna come in and kind of loosen it up. So how much water? I'll be honest, I just don't know. Let's find out. I always eyeball this, but I kind of can tell straight away how much water I need. Always do a little less than you need, obviously. That's 210 mil. Always do a little less than you need, because if it's too runny, it's over. Now, if it is too runny, okay, and you think, I've actually screwed that up, I will just add a little more oats to it. No big deal, okay? I'm making cinnamon oats. If I was doing, like with my Cinnabon whey, if I was doing chocolate, you can probably add some chocolate chips and things like that to it. I kind of like these oats to be sweet. Yogurt, we're going about 100 grams, maybe even less into this. So that was 200 mils of water. With the yogurt, not a crazy amount here. That is about 100 grams of yogurt. Watch how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna kind of put this over, a little paste. Gonna paste this over here. Base number 1. Next thing we're gonna do, raspberries. Because I'm gonna do the macros, I'm gonna do everything properly. Let's go 100 grams. Now, what I'm gonna do with these is literally just crush them up. So, now, raspberries, okay? Again, obviously you can use whatever you want. I like raspberries, sometimes I use blueberries, sometimes I'll use chocolate chips. If I was in a gaining phase, I'd have full fat yogurt, I'd have almond butter. If I'm trying to diet down, it wouldn't be 100 grams of oats, it would be 60 grams of oats, low fat Greek yogurt, PB2, a couple of berries. One thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put these raspberries on top, but before we do that, I'm gonna go with the whey first. This needs to be thick. Please don't just chuck it in there and stir it. We have a tiny bit of water, 1 scoop of whey. I've gone cinnamon, drop of water, literally not too much at all. We're gonna stir this until it becomes a nice thick paste, more water. Always put less than you need because you might be someone that likes it runny. I kind of tend to like it a little bit thicker. Now this is gonna be sprinkled on like this. Boom, that's my Cinnabon whey. We're then gonna go with our crushed raspberry here, and again, I don't really care about presentation. Just chuck it on there. As you can see with the whey, it was a little bit too runny. And then lastly, to finish, we're gonna go PB2. We know that 16 grams is a serving. 1, 2, touch of water. And again, this can be runny, this can be thin, however you like it. Remember, as these go in the fridge, they're gonna thicken up overnight. So although it looks quite runny there, when I take it out later on, you'll see what I mean. And then we have our peanut butter here, which is thick. I'm gonna keep this thick. You can see, I'll just bang it onto the corner there. Again, some people like this runny, whatever, you can have it however you like, but I'm going in the corner. And then to finish off, if we wanted to, obviously don't take the piss with these a couple of low-fat chips, 5 grams. That's the first one. We get the lid and it goes in the fridge. So it seems runny, but that will be solid in a few hours, and I'll show you guys the finished product in a sec. So breakfast option number 1 is going to be a high protein overnight oats. As you can see, I've already made it nice and thick. Breakfast number 2 is going to be a high protein cinnamon French toast. It can be high carb, low carb, whatever you want. Let's dive in. Guys, so starting off, we're going to have 4 slices of bread. I've gone white, use whatever bread you want. I'm going to put these on the pan for about 30 seconds per side to slightly dehydrate the bread so it soaks up all of the goodness. As the bread is toasting, we're going to start things off here. We're going to go 1 whole egg. Please no shells. Easy. We're going to go 1 whole egg. Okay, we're gonna go 100 mils of egg whites into our little bowl here. Boom, boom, boom. 100 mil. We're also gonna go 100 mil of red top milk, that's semi-skimmed. Again, use whichever one you want. If you're going higher calorie, you could go full fat milk, you could go 2 eggs, but I'm kind of trying to sit somewhere in the middle. We're gonna go a touch of salt, a fair amount of cinnamon. I like my cinnamon, don't judge me. And then we're gonna go a little bit of stevia to sweeten it. How much you use is kind of up to you. I put in about that much. All right guys, you're gonna give that a whisk, bang it all together. Do I have a whisker thingy? No, does it matter? I don't think so. Get that all in there until we are ready to go. Now, your bread should be lightly toasted like this. A little hard, not crazy. The way we're gonna do this is we're gonna dip it in both sides, put it onto the plate. Very straightforward. Watch and learn. 1, make sure it soaks it up. And 2, boom, boom, boom. And that is 1. Again, 1 and 2, boom. That is 2. And now that's done, we still have some mixture in here. We're gonna keep that. Also, I put a little bit of oil spray in the pan and that is still hot from before. So follow me over here. So we've got this pan on a low heat and we are going to put these guys on here like so. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm gonna flip them over every couple of seconds or so. With the rest of this juice, we're gonna pour it on top of these guys and you'll kind of see why I've done that in a second. Okay, the goal is now to just let these guys soak everything up. So we're just gonna let these guys soak everything up. I'm just lifting them up so the mixture can get underneath. After flipping them a few times, about 30 seconds per side, we're gonna take them off. They've kind of soaked everything up. 1, 2. Before people give me stuff about my presentation, I'm an online coach, guys, not a chef. Boom. All right guys, so these are pretty much good to go now, but depending on your goals, if you're in a fat loss phase, you might go 0 calorie Walden Farms, a couple of blueberries, some low fat yogurt. If you're in a gaining phase, again, you might go full fat peanut butter on top, some jam, honey. But what I'm gonna do, about 100 grams of yogurt on top. Boom, boom, boom. Let that kind of drip down the side a little bit, like those adverts. Gonna sprinkle some blueberries on top. Come on. How many grams? I don't know, 50 grams or so. And then we're gonna sprinkle a little bit of honey on top as well, because I can afford the calories. So with the honey, we're just gonna drizzle that on top here. Again, this wouldn't be an option if you are somebody who's dieting. And then there's also strawberry jam if you wanna completely take the piss with it. But that is our cinnamon French toast. Boom. Calories on the screen now. High protein breakfast number 3 is protein pancakes. Let's dive in. Step 1, we're gonna go 2 whole eggs into our blender. Before people talk to me about shells, I know. 2 eggs into this guy. If you're watching your calories, maybe you're just gonna go egg whites. We're then gonna go 100 mil of egg whites. Okay, again, I'm gonna put calories up on the screen, so don't worry about that stuff. Now, we're going with a scoop of whey. Again, I go Cinnabon, whatever. You can go chocolate, vanilla, whichever one floats your boat. scoop of whey, 30 grams. We're gonna go a dash of milk. You'll see with the thickness later on if we need more. We're going 70 grams of oats and 100 grams of Greek yogurt and half a teaspoon of baking soda. Boom, in there, 70 grams. Again, if you're in a fat loss phase, obviously drop this down a touch. I am not. A little bit of Greek yogurt here. Again, we're going to go about 100 ml. 1, 2, 3. I do. Cinnamon, just because. Now, once that's done, we're going to blend that up nice and thick, like so. We're going to blend this up here. It's going to be thick. It's meant to be thick. And you'll know very quickly if you've screwed up and it's too watery. Okay, so that's about right. Also preheating the pan with some oil spray, as you do. I'm gonna switch this guy out for this guy here, just because I like to pour it on properly. I'm gonna let this heat up, and we're gonna chuck it on. Now we're just gonna pour on. Again, you can have one big pancake, a couple of small pancakes. We've also got some chocolate chips and blueberries if you wanna kind of chuck them in and poke them in before you flip it. So they're in the pancake, but we're just gonna play it nice and safe here today. All right, so as you can see with pancake number 1, it's a little bit too thin for me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit more baking soda into that and some more oats, okay? And it's gonna be slightly thicker and you'll see the next pancake will be better. Okay guys, so here are the finished article. They're a little bit on the thin side, and then I made one big one because I got bored of waiting. But in terms of calories now, this is all down to you as a person, okay? Again, like I said, you can chuck all this stuff on, but if you're dieting, you might not want to. But I am gonna go 50 grams of blueberries. That's just not how it goes. Maybe not 50 grams. Oh my word, not happening. 50 grams of blueberries, kind of. 20 grams of honey on top here. Boom, boom, boom. Again, go easy on this stuff if you're on a diet. 20 grams of honey. We then have the PB2 here. Again, it's up to you how you want to do this. Do you want to make it thick? Do you want to make it runny? I don't want to make it too runny. So that was originally 16 grams, a little bit more. So this is about 20 grams of PB2. And as you can see, we're just going to chuck that on there. Yeah, let's go. They may be thin, but we got some PB2 on there. That with the honey, we could go chocolate chips, we could go Greek yogurt on top, we can do anything we want. But I'm gonna keep it here for now. Looks pretty depressing. And put the macros on the screen for this whole batch here. Option number 4 is going to be a high protein tuna toasty. As you can see, I've loaded it up with the gammy side of the bread on top. First things first, we're going to need a tin of tuna. Don't put it in olive oil. We're going brine, water's fine. We've got a ripe avocado, some low fat, cream cheese. I've gone light Philadelphia, touch of salt, 4 slices of bread. First thing I'm going to do is drain this guy completely. This is gone. Now, whole tin of tuna goes into our bowl. Obviously, if you don't like tuna, probably a good time to turn off, but I do. Tin of tuna in a bowl, very straightforward. Once that's done, we're gonna go back to 0 on the scale. We're gonna add 80 grams of our low-fat cream cheese. In one hit, watch that. Boom, not even close. Boom, still not even close. Please, go in there. Oh my God. And we are at 80 grams there. Avocado, make sure it's ripe. We're gonna go half an avocado, slice through the middle, the old trick. Spinny, spin, spin, spin. Get rid of the pip. That was a disaster. Lose half the avocado. And we're just gonna put this into here. I was looking at about 70 grams of avocado, but to be honest, that's pretty small. That's tiny. So we're actually going for nearly a whole avocado if it's small. There we go, boom. Now, once this is all mixed in here, we're gonna get some salt. Again, as much sodium as you like. And we're gonna start to mix it all together until it looks like this. So here we have it. Everything is mixed together here. I'm gonna put these 4 guys in the toaster and then I'm gonna make a sandwich. Bread is toasted and we're gonna make a big tower, basically. A huge tower. It's funny, my cameraman absolutely hates tuna, so he's like gagging in the background. But it depends what type of person you are. I like tuna. 1. Again, if you're watching this as a female thinking, oh my God, that's so much food, then you would use half a tin of tuna. And you would, you know, use 2 slices of bread or whatever. Boom, boom, boom. Or you could make it and save some for later. But if you're a tuna lover like me, also got the dodgy bread as well, disaster. Got the dodgy bread by mistake. I'm gonna put that last bit on there. Here we go. Say what you want. Say what you want. Say what you want. But I like it. High protein, relatively high carb, low fat. Calories are on the screen. Again, you can taper it down if you're dieting. You can bring it up if you're gaining. Okay guys, that's it for my 4 high protein breakfasts. If you enjoyed this video, leave a comment, maybe some lunches, some dinners. I like filming them. Obviously, if you don't eat breakfast, then hey, good for you. I like to eat my breakfast. 4 high protein options, done.